Welcome to Restaurant Influencers presented by Entrepreneur. My name is Sean Walchef, founder of Cali Barbecue and Cali Barbecue Media. In life, in the restaurant business, and in the new creator economy, we learn through lessons and stories. Today, we have an awesome guest. I'm super fired up because not only is she a restaurateur, she is also a content creator. She is also a chef. She's also a cookbook author, and she has new products that she's ready to drop and share with the audience. Chef Kelli Ferrell. Kelli, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited to be here with you today.
I'm super fired up because we're going to talk about storytelling on the internet. We're going to talk about the restaurants. We're going to talk about all the new cool things that you're doing. Let's start with our favorite random question, which is where in the world is your favorite stadium, stage, or venue?
Ooh, that's pretty good. Well, I must say, I'm in Atlanta, so let's go with Mercedes-Benz. We're going to go
Okay.
with Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Absolutely.
Beautiful. Mercedes-Benz. So we've got probably how many does Mercedes-Benz fit? At least 80,000, right?
It's a lot of people. Yeah, the last time I was there, it was for Beyonce. It
Sweet.
was a lot
All
of
right. Well,
people.
Beyonce, move over. We're putting Kelli right on center stage.
Yes.
We're gonna fill the entire stadium with people that love hospitality, that love storytelling, that are entrepreneurs. And I'm gonna talk to entrepreneur. I'm gonna talk to Toast. We're gonna talk to all the big brands, but I'm gonna put you on center stage. I'm gonna give you the mic. I'm gonna say, Kelli, how do you build a waffle empire one waffle at a time? How do you do it?
How do you do it? Woo! It's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and a lot of syrup, I must say. Uh, but it's one of those things. I got started in the business 7 years ago. I'm almost on my seventh year anniversary, which will be December 26, 2016.
Amazing.
Um, yeah, super, super, super amazing. So I finally kind of made it all over that hump, that 7 year mark. But a vision board, honestly, I got started with the vision board. I did a vision board a few years ago, and it had everything on there that I wanted. The waffle empire. It had the products. It had the TV shows. Everything that I wanted. I tried to manifest those things, and I I didn't do too bad for myself, actually.
Do you still
So
have the vision board?
I do still have the vision board. I do, but I have multiple vision boards. Each year you got to do it because your vision changes. You're constantly evolving. I kind of surpassed that vision board. So the new board, it's time for me to do a new board actually. So January is when I usually do that new board with my family and my friends, and kind of get our vision in place for the new year, what we want.
So so we're rolling into 2024. We
Yeah.
have multiple brands that you manage.
Yes.
First of all, we have Who is Kelli. So you can follow at Who is Kelli, and that's Kelli. We have
Yes.
at Cooking with Kelli, and we have at Nana's Chicken-N-Waffles. Am I missing any?
No, I don't need any more. I can barely manage those. I need to put them all into one. But for now, I have personal and business and all that good stuff. So it's
Well,
all good
let's
though.
well, let's start there because I love, I mean, that's why we put on this show is that we believe that we're so much more than just restaurant owners.
Yeah.
People that are in the hospitality space, creators, people, we now have tools like Instagram and TikTok and YouTube and the ability to be our own media companies. Who is Kelli? That's the personal brand. Tell me about who is Kelli?
Who is Kelli is truly that. It represents who I am, as an individual, as a mother, as a content creator, as an entrepreneur, and as that everyday woman, just kind of striving to build her brand. So that gives you a little bit about me. I talk about some cooking aspects on there a little bit. We, of course, fashion. A lot of people don't know my degree was in fashion merchandising and design. It
Wow.
had nothing to do with culinary. So you'll get a little bit more fashion inspired things, but it's food and fashion that really you would see on Who is Kelli. And those are the things that I try and intertwine. So you'll get to see that. And of course, you'll see my four beautiful daughters. I'm a mom of four girls. So you'll see a little bit of our crazy lifestyle, from here and there. You might see a magazine cover. You might see a Christmas party. You just never know. But it's fun, and hopefully it's inspiring for others. And that's what, social media is all about. It's like building the content and inspiring others and creating, that for me, I just have fun with it. I never get too serious with it. I'm never posting anything that might, be in a harmful manner. It's always fun and games, and inspiring. That's what it's here for. Absolutely.
Do you remember your first brand deal?
My first brand deal, one of my most proudful brand deals I can say was with Lowe's Home Improvement.
Wow. Share.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, it was with Lowe's Home Improvement. Kind of during the pandemic, really. I did a night of Lomance with Lowe's, and that was it was on USA Today. It was like everywhere. It was super cool, but I was able to kind of get creative. It wasn't just about cooking. Of course, I showed everyone how to build a really fun charcuterie board. But we did the board from scratch. So I showed them how to get all the tools from Lowe's, the things to get, and then we cooked and we had fun. And it was a little bit of food, fashion. We made mocktails, and it was fun. So that was one of really a cool brand partnership that I've done.
And did you reach out to them or did they reach out to you?
They reached out to me.
And how did you how did you guys coordinate? Because so many of the times, depending on the brand, a true brand partnership is when they let the creator create.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't probably be sharing it on the show if you didn't have fun doing what you did.
No, I had a blast, and they were really receptive, but they have a great team as well. So they're like on it. And we just kind of took it, of course, I think we partnered with one of the paint brands. I can't remember which one as well. But we got really creative with it, and they were very open and receptive, and we had fun, and it turned out to be a really, really great event. And it was live. It was like on a Zoom, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, because it was during kind of that pandemic time, so no one was like really truly in the store. But it was great to approach Lowe's with food, as well as kind of giving them that luxury kind of experience as well, just with, Lomance and Valentine's Day. Who thinks to go to Lowe's for Valentine's Day?
I love it.
But it was a great thing. And honestly, Lowe's has a lot of great things for special holidays. They have an aisle just for those things. So it was pretty cool. Had a great time.
Cool. When did you launch Kooking with Kelli? The Kooking with Kelli. When did that Instagram handle launch?
Cooking with Kelli happened after Nana's Chicken-N-Waffles.
Okay.
And that truly was, Cooking with Kelli was always there. Let's be clear, because Kelli, Cooking with Kelli was always there from the moment I was a little girl. You were cooking with Kelli, and Kelli was cooking with Nana, and Kelli was cooking with Gigi. But I decided that I needed to kind of create a separate brand from Nana's Chicken-N-Waffles for myself after doing some of the shows. So like doing some of like Food Network, and things like that, because I knew that I had the brand Nana's Chicken-N-Waffles, but I was also my own separate brand of things that I wanted to do. And Cooking with Kelli is really birthed for food and fashion. It's one of those things, like, I'm not a classically trained chef. I'm a self-taught chef. Normally you won't see me with an apron on. If you do, it's pretty fun. And I'm cooking in heels 9 times out of 10.
That's awesome.
So I wanted to kind of create my own lane of who I was and individuality, because I named the restaurant after my Nana. However, when I go places, they're like, "You're not a Nana," like, who are you? And I'm like, well, I'm the owner of Nana's, but I'm also Cooking with Kelli. So I wanted to really kind of separate myself from the Nana's brand. Still, identify as my own, so to say. So that's how kind of Cooking with Kelli came about.
That's awesome. Can you share? So consumer packaged goods are a huge deal. And how do you get from Nana's Chicken-N-Waffles to all the cool products? What are the products? What are you guys launching right now?
I'm super excited. So I just launched my first waffle mix. So I have waffle
Very
mix.
cool.
Yeah, so it's traditional waffle mix, and this will be a line of waffle mixes. The first one, I just wanted to do our traditional mix, kind of get us through the holiday, build that base, and show people like the fun that you can have with just a traditional waffle mix. And then I did a Cajun grit. So in my restaurant, we do Cajun grits. We
Yeah.
don't do a normal grit. So we do a Cajun stone ground grit, and I do a lot of things with our grits inside the restaurant. We have deep fried grit cakes. Of course, we do shrimp and grits, barbecue shrimp and grits. And you have a love-hate relationship for my grits. You either love them or you hate them. But 9 times out of 10, you love them. So I
There you
wanted
go.
you to be able to take them home and get creative with them. So I did the Cajun grits as well. And then another reason of cooking with Kelli, I wanted to do a 24 karat gold maple syrup, right?
So
So you
cool.
kind of get like that food and fashion luxury. So I did a 24 karat gold maple syrup, and that's just for holiday. After that, we'll just have our maple syrup. But 24 karat gold maple syrup is just for holiday, and you have those beautiful gold flakes that you can put on top of your waffle mix, or you can put inside of a little cocktail with a little brandy.
There you go. Yep.
And then you can also put them in your candy yams. You
That's
just never know.
amazing.
Yeah.
And for these products, are they available on your website? Are they available for purchase in store? Or do you have distribution partners? How are you going about that?
So they're available on the website, both websites, Nana's Chicken-N-Waffles, Cooking with Kelli.
Awesome.
They are available at a few local stores here. And then they're available inside the restaurant as well. We're working on distribution right now.
That's very cool. When
Yeah.
you when you started your restaurant journey, you said that you went to Google and YouTube University to learn.
Yes.
Do you remember any of the content that came up that helped you?
Um, it was content, but it wasn't a lot of content.
It
It's
wasn't
nothing
good
like
content. It
it's
wasn't good
nothing like what
restaurant
you
business
have
content.
now.
Shocking.
Yeah, it's nothing like what you have, like what we have now. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You might have found a few things, a few websites, maybe like restaurantowner.com or one of those programs. You would find some tutorials and things like on YouTube, maybe kid how to run a kitchen and managing the kitchen. When I first started the business, I literally knew nothing about restaurants. I had never worked in a restaurant. I was an entrepreneur, so I knew I could handle it, but I didn't know the expectations. And I mean, from one restaurateur to another, it's nothing like our lives. Like
No.
it's you can be an entrepreneur, but to be a restaurateur, I mean, it's for the tough skin. Like
Yeah.
you gotta have some skin in the game to really understand the ins and the outs of the business in all aspects, the front of the house, the back of the house, the side of the house, the bottom of the house. And then you got to go back to the house, you got to go back home and deal with home. But it's a never ending story. It's nonstop. So we are a different caliber. We're a different tribe, and it's one of those reasons why I created the other brand of women in restaurants. But
Tell me about women in restaurants.
yeah, so women in restaurants literally came about. Shout out to Edie Weintraub. She is my co-founder and business partner with Women in Restaurants. But I wanted to start running restaurants because I found that when I was going to Google University and YouTube University, it wasn't many people that looked like me. It wasn't many women who, you know, ran the business and who was, you might see women in the kitchen, but not necessarily running the business and understanding the ins and the outs of what that looks like. So I wanted to create a platform, or we wanted to create a platform that was um, warm and welcoming to people that look like us. Whether that be a food truck owner, whether that be a restaurant manager, or, a restaurateur, executive chef, just kind of creating that environment and that element that we can just have open conversations and understand one another. And we have quarterly events and just networking and trying to figure out how to get to that next level. Um, with a male dominated, sometimes I can say it was a male dominated. So it makes me excited to see so many more women that are getting involved in not only the kitchen, but in the business aspect and the aspect of hospitality in general, from accounting to, architects to development. It just makes me super excited. So yeah, we're not to say you guys are not crushing it, but we are crushing it as well.
Absolutely. And we're all for more stories being told because it's such a
Yes.
we're talking about no matter where you are on earth, and that's the coolest thing for us is, having a platform like this on Entrepreneur, and we've reached 29 million people since we've launched this show. And, shout
Awesome.
out to Toast, our technology partner at our restaurant, for believing in the power of storytelling. But to your point, we all don't look the same. I mean, that's the magic of
Yeah.
hospitality is there's so many different incredible people on all different parts that have different restaurants, that have different food, that have different drinks that they offer. And when we get to break bread with people that are strangers, making them friends and making them family, that's why we do what we do. It's
Yes.
crazy hard. It's a crazy hard business, which is why I love having conversations with people like you that you're thinking beyond the restaurant because the restaurant is a brand, but you yourself, you're also a brand. And how can you add other revenue streams with a cookbook, with media appearances, with consumer packaged goods? When you think about the empire that you're building, what is on the vision board for 2024?
Wow. It's so much. I'm working on other restaurant
A
locations
different
right.
concept or the same concept?
The same concept. So my
Great.
goal is to hopefully start franchising soon. That's what I've
Okay.
been working on, getting the business structure and everything ready for franchising.
Right.
Um, the next goal, of course, is products. And honestly, Cooking with Kelli is a lifestyle brand. It's not just consumer good foods. It's waffle makers. It's pots and pans. It's a really cool coffee machine. But it's fun. It's lifestyle. It's kitchen candles. I mean, the list can go on. I have a ton of things that I would love to do that I will eventually do. Just trying to build, of course, the empire one waffle at a time. So I do have some other restaurant concepts that I have, but right now I really just want to focus on franchising Nana's, getting that successful, and seeing people like me, to be able to be restaurateurs and small business owners, families like me. So I'm super excited for that. That's what my main focus is.
When I look at all of the content that you put out from all the channels, you have such a diversity of truth,
Thank
from
you.
photos to videos to collaborations. Can you kind of bring us inside the game? How do you collaborate with so many different videographers, so many different photographers? How do you think about what do you post on which channel? How often are you posting? We have so many people. We're encouraging restaurateurs to think beyond if you're a burger place or a waffle place. Like it's not just the waffles. The fact that you're a mom is so cool. The fact that you're doing women in restaurants, that you're going and speaking on conferences. These are things that you don't think are going to sell more waffles, but actually it inspires other small business owners, other big business owners to go, well, I'm connecting with Kelli. Like I'm going to go to Kelli's restaurant. I want to go and support Nana. I
Yeah.
want to go and taste the waffle. But that's beyond the way that most people think about marketing. Can you tell us how do you think about it?
Absolutely. You have a social media platform that's free marketing, right?
Yep.
Like that's not a check you have to write to the billboard company. That's not a check you have to write to a magazine. You have a platform that you build off of, and I have a lot of fun with my following, and I make a lot of connections with my following. I don't take that for granted. So I have Nana's Chicken-N-Waffles, who literally is just, I think we have like over 80,000 followers
It's
right now.
amazing. It's awesome. You guys are crushing
Just
it.
doing amazing. And I did the social media for a very long time, and then I passed that torch to him. When you're a business owner, you do
I
everything. You
know.
do accounting, you're on social media, you're in the kitchen. The only job I've never done was be a server, and that
Yep.
is one job that I cannot do. I've even done dishes, but serving is just not my style.
Yep.
However, social media was, and I did a really great job at getting the followers there. As much as I could. And I believe in building with others. I've never been a person where I can't, get on live with another restaurateur that has a breakfast concept. I believe that it's enough room for all of us. And I'm really open to that. So I don't mind, collabing with other people. I just did a collaboration this summer with Four Fat Cows, where we did an ice cream collaboration with
Cool.
ice cream and waffles. So we put my waffle chunks in the ice cream, which did really, really well. Um, in regards to, the videographers and photographers, it's always a network of people. And I just, you have to be strategic about who you use. I'm very
Yeah.
big on, what it looks like, in regards to that ending product. I have my close knit crew though, like I have my consistent people
Who
who,
are the consistent people? Give them a shout out.
let me give, oh, absolutely. So you got
Come
Elliot.
on.
Yeah, Elliot J. He's
What
amazing. He's my
what's his handle?
videographer.
What's his handle?
What is it? Elliot JTV, I
It
believe.
is. It
Shout out to
is.
Elliot.
I
Yeah.
got it. Elliot JTV. Yes.
Yeah, he's my guy. So Elliot J, what I love about Elliot is he's been working with me for everything. So he does my personal brand, he does my family brand, he does Nana's brand. Um, and he's just that guy. He's punctual, he's on time, he's professional, and he's fast, and he gets the job done. Content is all about that timing.
Yes.
I need photos immediately. I need videos immediately.
Yes.
Because you're on to the next. So
Yes.
you got to make sure. I have Johnny. Johnny is my social media guy for Nana's Chicken-N-Waffles. He's amazing. Um, he goes everywhere I go, and he gets all of the content. So he
Yep.
doesn't have the professional camera. He has the iPhone, but he
iPhone's
makes sure
fire.
he goes to
We call it
videos.
smartphone
No, it's
storytelling.
fire. Like
Fire.
he
Yes.
gets the job done with that iPhone. So shout out to Johnny. But I have a great group of people, and I don't mind sharing them. I'm always trying to promote everybody, and again, just share that influence as much as I can with others, for sure.
Well, I think one of the coolest things about your posts is that you recognize what we try to teach restaurant owners and small business owners, even big businesses, is understanding
Yeah.
you never know who's watching, and that's how you build a community is by sharing, and you do
Yes.
such a good job of pointing out the jewelry that you're wearing or the design that you're doing. Like these are all things that because you're playing the game within the game, why you're doing it because not only are you giving love to the people that are, the product that you're wearing, but it also somebody that's following you, they find inspiration in that,
Yes.
and those are the people that's how you build community. For you, when you think of your online community and your in real life community, how do you collaborate with both of those different places?
Absolutely. So, I mean, of course, online is going to always be, you have to kind of just be a little bit more aware of
Yep.
what you're doing online. And, you just want to make sure that it ties into the brand. So I
Yep.
wouldn't necessarily um, do, something in regards to, I don't know, let's just say lawn care, because that's not really my, that's not really my following. You know what I mean? They're not
Correct.
coming to me for
Correct.
flowers and birds and the bees,
Yeah.
but they are coming to me for, beauty. They might come to me for beauty or fashion, and they're going to come to me for food, and they might come to me for some home products.
Yep.
So I try and make sure that whenever I'm doing a collaboration with someone, that it ties in for both brands and it makes sense. I don't want to do something that just is beneficial for me. It would need to be beneficial for us all. So I just, in regards to the business aspect, that was really important for me. In regards to personal, I get a little fun with my personal. We might do some spa things or something fun. But when I do that as well, that's also still very strategic. When you think about entrepreneurship, I mean, you think about us. We're working all the time. We're constantly busy. I'm constantly trying to balance motherhood and being an entrepreneur. So to take some time for myself sometimes I think is needed. And I think other people need to see that, like you can't continuously run on something empty. Sometimes I'm very big on my self-care. Like that's one
Yes.
thing that I have to do in order for me to be a good person, not only, to my family, but to my team and to my guests and to my, customers. So that's super important for me. So, again, I'm just always making sure that it makes sense. And like you said, people are inspired when they come to your page, and you never know who is looking and who you're inspiring. And I get a lot of messages, I get a lot of DMs, and I try and share my journey, the highs and the lows, because a lot of
Yeah.
people don't share the lows. Some people might share the highs. I had to close a restaurant, unfortunately, without, long story short, but I had to share kind of that journey a little bit. And I wanted to be transparent, because people will always show you the $1,000,000, but they won't show you the
Yeah.
$1,000, that they started off with to get there. And that's super important for me. So yeah, I just wanted to, I always try and be as transparent as I can, um, as much as I can. So.
What did you learn from closing that restaurant?
Well, I learned a lot of things. I learned about partnerships.
Yeah.
I learned about partnerships a lot. I learned about contracts. You know, that restaurant was my first restaurant, and
Yeah.
that lease was probably the lease from you know what.
Yep.
Um, but it made me realize that moving forward, having the right team and having the right people around you. I don't do anything without a lawyer or an attorney. I don't do anything without my broker and realtor. I won't even touch it. So it's super important for me moving forward as a lesson learned. I needed all of those things to happen in order for me to go where I'm going.
Uh,
Absolutely.
for for you, I'm happy that you brought up self-care. It's something that we believe deeply in this show, something that took
Yeah.
me a long time to learn, especially, hospitality professionals. We in our DNA is to take care of other people. So we're always taking care of our community,
Yeah.
we're taking care of our village, we're taking care of our team, and we don't take care of ourselves. Is there something that you do for yourself do you have daily habit that you do that helps you center yourself as a mom before
Absolutely.
everyone wakes up or before when
Yeah.
everyone goes
Before
down?
everybody wakes up. Yes. Yeah. So before everybody wakes up, I always have that like 15 to 20 minutes to myself. I light my candle, I pray, I meditate, I get myself in order for the day. I might have a cup of tea, I might have a cup of coffee, and then I scream to the top of my lungs and wake the whole house up. But before then, before I have to center myself to get my day started. I'm not looking at emails, I'm not looking at Instagram, I'm not looking at my phone. I'm literally just being still. I might open my Bible, and that's just what it looks like. I might put on a meditation music. I love, just kind of those meditation mantras in the morning. So just try and be still and simple, and just try and get my thoughts in order for the day. My day and day life looks crazy, so I'm up at 6:15.
Yep.
I'm up at 6:15. The rest, the first cook is getting to the restaurant at 6:30. So I'm on the cameras, making sure everybody's there, making sure the delivery got there. And then I'm up to getting the girls ready to school. I take them to school every morning, but I do they catch the bus in the evening, and the nanny picks them up. But it's my time in the morning with them to just kind of make sure that they're off to a good start. We laugh, we joke, we play, we listen to music, and carpool and have our carpool chronicles, so to say. And then I get my day started. I might head over to the restaurant. I might have some meetings. I try and get a little yoga in when I can, and then who knows what the remainder of the day looks like. And I'm back home, hopefully around 7 or 8 o'clock. Might have some networking events. You know how it goes. It's nonstop, like you said. We're in the people business. We are in the people business, the service business. So we're constantly making sure that everyone around us is okay, but we definitely have to make sure that we are good, in order for us to be good to others. So yeah,
It's
yeah, for
awesome.
certain.
So Every single week we meet on LinkedIn. Now we used to meet on Clubhouse, but we meet on LinkedIn for audio events. And if you, the listener, you that's watching this, we want to hear about you. That's why we put
Yeah.
this on. That's why Toast believes in this project is your restaurant matters, your voice matters. If you're in sales, if you're in marketing, if you're in technology, please send me a DM on Instagram. It's at Sean P. Walchef, and I will send you a link to those events. That way we can hear your story, and you never know when we can collaborate on different projects that we're working on. Kelli, I would love for you to give a shout out. This is we already gave a couple creator shout outs, but someone from Nana Chicken-N-Waffles, somebody that's gone above and beyond that that you'd love to give them some love.
I'm gonna give a shout out to my whole team. Can I just tell you that
Yeah.
they are freaking they're crushing it right now. They are dealing with holiday hours, holiday chaos.
Yep.
Those 2 and 3 hour waits. Shout out to my kitchen, because those 300 tickets on the weekends are going like crazy. But they're killing it, and even down to my dishwashers. Shout out to you guys, to the front of the house, to the back of the house, to the cashier, to the bartender. Shout out to security, who comes on
Awesome.
Saturdays and Sundays to make
You have
sure that
security. I love
everybody's.
it.
Yeah, we
We
gotta
have
just make sure everybody's on their best behavior
I
sometimes.
love it. I love
Yeah.
we do security and hospitality at our barbecue shop. We
Yes, you
but
have to.
we do security with a smile. We
Yes.
You're like, wait, like how's that guy? How's he so nice? Like that's how we
He's so
do it.
nice. Yeah, no, we have a great security company. They
Yeah.
do an amazing job. So I'm grateful for my entire team. My parents are helping me out over there, and my sisters, and we really are really family owned business and family ran business. So I'm grateful for my team, my extended family, and all the love and support and hard work that they give constantly. So you're
Awesome.
only as good as your team, and my team is freaking amazing.
So before we wrap up, I need to learn some of your smartphone storytelling secrets. So I need to know, are you iPhone or Android?
I mean, come on now. iPhones all day.
Double phones. Okay, explain the double phones. We have two iPhones. What's
You
up?
got one for
What
work and you got one for work and one for personal.
Okay, now do you have you separated apps? Are you accessible for all social platforms on both, or is one for one? How did you segment it?
Personal does not have Instagram.
Personal doesn't, and that's by choice.
Yes.
By choice. Okay. I like it. Two, I love the two phones. That
Yeah.
you can't have enough. That is awesome. Do you prefer email or text?
Text.
Text or
Let me
Go ahead.
yeah.
Text or
Let's just say text. They're gonna say I don't respond, but it's okay.
text or phone call? Text or phone call?
Phone call.
Phone call over text. How many emails do you get a day? Too many?
I think I probably have like over 50,000 emails.
50,000 unread emails?
It's
What
bad.
what is your favorite app
My
on your
favorite app,
phone? Yeah.
Truist.
Truist. What's that?
The banking app.
Okay. I don't know about Truist.
Truist Bank? No,
No.
like, yeah, the favorite app is checking to make sure it's money in the bank
Okay.
account.
There you go. Well, shout out to the Truist app. No one's dropped a banking app on me. That's fantastic. I love it. What's your least favorite app?
Least favorite? I don't know. I'm not really that big of a cell phone girl. Like, I'm not like I don't play games on my phone.
Which notifications do you not want to see? Email?
Email. I don't know. Just maybe some like random things that just, maybe, I don't know. None of it really bothers me. Because I don't look at it really.
So
I'm
Apple
not a
Music.
big news girl. I'm not a big news girl. Like, the news makes me sad.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Apple Music or Spotify?
Apple Music all day.
Apple Music all day. Okay. Fair enough. Right
Yeah.
on. Well, what if since speaking of women in restaurants, what is your parting message to any woman in hospitality that might be listening to this?
Girl, just go for it. Just go for it. If you nothing beats a failure but a try. If you don't try, who knows where you would have, where you would go. So just go for it. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy, but it's damn sure going to be worth it for certain. So just go for it. Just go, no matter what. And what's so crazy? I always say, like, the higher being, and for me, it's God.
Yes.
He gives you a vision, and he gives you sometimes a vision that only you could see. Not everybody's going to see that vision. It could sometimes not be your spouse or your family member or a best friend. And, sometimes it's so big that it can be unbelievable. But when he plants it in you, you got to go for it. And you got to live in it and manifest it and just shoot for the stars. So I always thank God that I went for that dream and went for that vision, and I didn't stop no matter what.
Well, I thank God and I thank the universe that put us together on this show, that we can share it with entrepreneurs and hospitality professionals all over the globe. Cooking with Kelli, we'll put links to the new products, the 24 karat gold, the waffle mix, the grits, also Nana Chicken-N-Waffles. If you're in the Atlanta area, please go say what's up. And Kelli, it's been a pleasure. We truly, truly appreciate it. If there's anything we can ever do for you, you let us know.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me, and continue to inspire us all. We need it.
Appreciate you. Thank you. Want to give a special shout out again to Toast. Thank you for believing in the power of storytelling. Thank you for empowering restaurateurs with technology that will improve their business. Please share this show. It's the only way that we grow. Share the show with another restaurant owner, with another content creator, with someone in the hospitality space that wants to level up. We love people that are playing the game within the game. The best way to connect with me is at Shawn P. Walchef, ShawnPWalchef. That's on Instagram. It's the quickest way to get me, or you can find me on LinkedIn, TikTok, Facebook, all the platforms. We tell stories everywhere. We're weirdly available, and we care about you. We care about your story. One day, we'd love to feature you on digital hospitality, restaurant influencers, family style, or any of the content that we do. Please connect with us and share and subscribe. Thanks.